Hey guys, it's Christine. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about budgeting in my bullet journal. In today's video, I am finally doing my 2023 budget overview. I am not going to call it an annual budget because that has kind of caused me some stress, trying to come up with, a budget for the whole year when a lot of things change for me from time to time. I guess for everybody that could be true also. So I'm not quite ready to do like a big girl annual budget. So we're going to go with this prospective budget for 2023. If you're interested in seeing what that looks like, keep watching. Before we continue, for anyone who's new, my name is Christine. I'm a single mom of 2 adult kids. I have a son who lives at home with me and a daughter who is away at college. It's her senior year of school. And if you were here anywhere from August to December, you know that I was going to her games pretty much weekly, and I had to take a smaller paycheck during that time. And then like in November, December, I was paying off debt to that. It's paid off now. But yeah, I'm excited to go into January without that credit card debt and, working my full hours. So my paycheck is going to be back to normal, and I have plans for that money. So for this video, we're actually not going to need my bullet journals. And we're going to go into this dotted notebook. I've actually done quite a few iterations of this budget. So hopefully this video goes okay. So for the purpose of this projected budget, I am budgeting $2,200 for each paycheck. I am paid bi-weekly. My actual paycheck is $2,269.19, because I have not gotten my first paycheck for January yet, and sometimes things change with the new year, like taxes and stuff coming out. So we'll see what that actual amount is, but I feel pretty safe saying $2,200. Anything more than that, I will, budget out later on. So we're gonna start with fixed expenses, fixed-ish. These are pretty fixed. Rent is gonna be $758. I'm budgeting $160 for PG&E. That's Pacific Gas and Electric. There are months where it's a lot higher, especially when it's super hot in the summer. So I am planning to keep a buffer in there from the months where it's not as high. That way I'll have enough money for the months when it is high. Water is going to be $55, and all in all that's going to be $973 per month. Divided by 2, so because I am paid bi-weekly, I am going to budget out $487 per paycheck. For my bills, I have Bank of America credit card. I have the balance at 0, so my minimum payment is 0. That's the same with Chase. AD&D is $30. Old Navy credit card is 0 also. And T-Mobile is $150. That might change because we're thinking of getting another phone. That's a whole other video. Anyway, for iCloud, I'm paying $9.99. Citi credit card, that is at 0 now. I was able to pay down the debt, pay off the debt at the end of December. So I'm very glad that that is at 0. So the minimum payment is 0. For dental, it's looking like that's going to be $45.75. That's the amount they quoted us, or quoted me. So for vision, $36.59 is what it's looking like right now. That might change in March because that's when it renews. I might change the plan Not sure yet. Car insurance right now is still $52. Hulu and Disney Plus is $4.98. I've got that price for the rest of the year, and I'm really glad I got that price down. Google is $1.99. HBO Max is also $1.99. This promotional price will end, I believe, with the February billing cycle, I think. So I am planning to cancel that. Blue Shield number 1, my new amount is $267.30. Blue Shield number 2 also decreased. It is now $114.47. So all in all, it's $715.06. So let's go back to my trusty calculator. 6 divided by 2. So it's $357.53, but I am going to round that to $358. Okay, so my daughter this is her last semester of school. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this into the summer. It depends when she gets a job. It's $50 for food and other things per paycheck, and $20 for laundry, which is a total of $70. So on a monthly basis, that would be roughly $140. You know, there's some months where it's like a 3 paycheck month. So then, you know, in that case, it'll be more. So I forgot about Santa Saver here. Santa Saver is an account that is separate from my other accounts. What's special about it is that I put money into it and I can't take it out. I don't get access to that money until I think the beginning of November. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put 25 here. It's kind of redundant, right? So yeah, Santa Saver is gonna get $25 a paycheck. So next up are save and invest. Two of my biggest goals, financially anyway, are to save 3 to 6 months of living expenses in an emergency fund that's separate from my current mini emergency fund. I have $3,000 sitting in the same account that I spend money from, and it's, you know, it's a little tempting. It's there also as a buffer, so I kind of have to have it in there, but I would like to start a separate fund, a separate bank account, in a high yield savings account for the 3 to 6 months living expenses. I eventually want to get to like 6 to 12 months, but we'll get to that eventually. So I also want to contribute to my Roth IRA. Right now, I still have $1,000 left to contribute for 2022. I can keep contributing until April 2023, so that's like tax time. I would like to knock that out sooner. And then for my 2023 Roth IRA, they are now allowing you to contribute $6,500. Again, I have until tax time in 2024 for that one, but I would like to knock it out this calendar year. With that said, Roth IRA is going to get $300 a paycheck. At this rate, I would be able to knock out my 2022 by February, and then my 2023 by December. If I can keep it at this rate, I will also have $300 extra at the 26th paycheck of the year, and I would be able to use that towards any of my other goals. But I like to have that $300 cushion just in case I ever have a month that, I can't contribute the full $300. So next up we have the 100 envelope challenge. I am allocating $400 towards that. I am not a cash budgeter, so this is going to be done a different way. I'm also not an electronic or a digital budgeter like Katie from Katie of the House or Kim from Debt to None. I know they're doing savings challenges digitally because they're not cash budgeters either, so I kind of got inspiration from Katie actually, because I've always seen these cash budgeters do their savings challenges, especially the 100 envelope challenge, and I've always been envious of that. Not to the point where I, wanted to go back to cash budgeting, but definitely wanted to do something fun for myself. And when I saw Katie doing it, I just had to get on board. So I wasn't able to do it in November or December of last year. I think that's when she started, because I still had some travel debt I was paying off. But I knew I definitely wanted to start that in 2023. So here we are. I'm allocating $400 to that challenge, and it's going to fund a few of my goals, I dare say. But yeah, more on that in another video. I'm going to actually start doing like a Money Moves Monday. It was that or a Transfer Tuesday. I couldn't decide. I just, So towards my goals, I'm budgeting $1,400 a month or $700 a paycheck. So for those golden months, it'll be $2,100. So for variable, if you've seen any of my December budget videos, you'll know that I've been trying something different. I was basically changing things up in December as a test run for January and the rest of 2023. And I know I'm not done with that budget yet, but I'm liking it so far. So what I mean by different is that I'm no longer allocating specific dollar amounts to each budget category. I have been giving myself a lump sum and just letting myself spend it however I need to, or however I want to. It was a lot of money though, I think, especially in my last paycheck. I ended up sending $500 to Ally from that because I did have quite a chunk of money there and I needed to hide that money from myself. So yeah, I wanted to give myself a more realistic amount, so I did put numbers here, but this is just for an estimate. So I'm going to show you. I also cut down on my different categories. So first is grocery. I'm estimating $150 a paycheck for that. For gas, I'm estimating $70. Household, $30. Dining, $50. Allowance is $60. Meds, $25. Other is $15. And other is just so I can get it to a nice round $400. But none of that really matters because once I do my categories, it's not really going to be budgeted out per item, if that makes sense. So I'm just giving myself $400, and if I happen to spend $200 on grocery, that's okay. If I happen to spend $100 on dining, that's okay, as long as overall I'm only spending $400. I'm really excited about this because that means I don't have to sit there and try to balance my categories, try to pull money out of different categories to help fill in my overages. I'm hoping this will be a long-term solution, but we'll see how it goes. And the great thing about budgets is you can always adjust. So I'm adding back sinking funds. This is going to be different also. I believe the last few paychecks I haven't been putting money in sinking funds, or have I? I don't even remember. But yeah, I've also cut back on those. So let me just show you. I'm going to have some routine sinking funds. So these are funds that I'll be putting money into on a regular basis. but the plan is not to pull from them on a regular basis. If there's anything that can't be covered within my variable spending money, I will then look to my sinking funds for the appropriate category to pull from. So first is personal care. I'm giving myself $40 a paycheck for personal care. That's going to be mostly my hair. The last time I went to get my hair done, it was $200, and that included a tip. So I thought that was very reasonable considering how much I was paying before. Of course, not going as, a heck of a lot cheaper, but I just want to do that for myself, just because I want to, because I can, because I like it. Yeah. So for $40 a paycheck means about 2.5 months I will have $200 to put towards my hair. And then I'll have that extra $40 if I ever want to get a manicure. I mean, I have to price those out. I've never had a manicure, so if you've seen my 23 in 2023, that's one of my line items that I want to do this year. So that's that. Again, if I can pull the money out of my variable spending money, I will. But if not, then I will go to my personal care for things that fall under that category. Car maintenance, I'm also budgeting $40. So again, just because there's no line item for car up here doesn't mean that I can't use it for car. Anything, though, out of the car maintenance fund will be more like expenses that I can't pull from my variable spending. So just like for getting my hair done, if I can't pull $200 out of here for my hair, I'm also not going to do that with car maintenance. So if it's an oil change and I can fit it into this money up here, I will. If not, I will dip into car maintenance. I hope that makes sense. So for copays and meds, this meds category actually is more for my monthly refills, and maybe like if I need vitamins or allergy medicine or anything like that, that's what this is going to cover. I do have a few medications. I know the first one is going to be $150 for a 3-month supply. I'm still good on that medication for a while, but I don't think I'm going to hit my medication deductible. My copay for that would have been $60 if I hit the medication deductible by then. So I'm expecting to pay $150 for this medication probably in February. That'll be fun. I also have a lot of things that I want to do. A lot of procedures I need to have, or not need to have, like preventative stuff. So like mammogram and colonoscopy, of course my labs, all those things cost money. So yeah, fun times. Gifts and giving, I am allocating $20 for this. The first birthday this year is actually in January, so I definitely will be pulling that money from my variable spending. But after that, the next birthday is not until May, so I know I will be okay saving up for that in here. Again, if it's a gift that I could pull out of my variable spending, I will. If not, then I'll pull from here. So all in all, I'm allocating $150 a paycheck for these different sinking funds. Now we have the not routine sinking funds. So as you see, I have not budgeted anything for it. I have family fun, travel, YouTube, tattoo, electronics, and annual bills. I did have subscriptions here, but I decided to write over that with annual bills because that makes more sense. And I thought about creating a separate, like a routine sinking fund for it. But there are a few that I'm either going to cancel or downgrade from, so it doesn't really make sense right now to set aside money for that on a regular basis. So I think I'm just gonna do that on a as needed basis. To make this a zero-based budget, I can only put $10 towards that, which is not a lot of money at all. But let me show you something. Let me just grab the calculator. So for this budget, I was doing $2,200, but my paychecks, if I get the same net amount that I got in 2022, it should be $2,269.19, and I'm going to subtract the budgeted $2,200 from that. So I will have $69.19, and if I add 10 to that, I should have $79.19 towards, my sinking funds. And I can, either add more to these or more to these, or I could put it up here, or I could put it up here. I'm really excited that I have a little more flexibility with this budget. For other investing, I put stock slices. Nothing is budgeted towards that. It's just there to remind me that if I have some extra money floating around, I could always throw it towards that, and I could do some fun investing. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this video. I want to thank you guys if you've made it this far. Leave me a emoji if you did. I want to thank you for being here and for supporting my little channel. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. Are you doing any challenges this year? What are you most excited about? I know I'm definitely excited about the 100 envelope challenge, and I hope you'll join me in that video. Meanwhile, I hope you'll consider watching more of my videos right here and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.